What's going on, guys? Hope you're all very well. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to talk you through how I would exactly approach my goal of building muscle despite a demanding full-time job. Now, for those who are new to the channel, welcome. I'm Tim and I'm a London-based personal trainer and I've been working with busy professionals since 2016. So even though I have a pretty busy schedule myself, it's still flexible and I basically have the luxury of training whenever I want. However, since the start of my personal training career, I have helped numerous clients with really strict and busy schedules still achieve their fitness and physique goals. So without further ado, let me break down my approach for you. Hope you're enjoying the video, guys. Very quickly, I would like to invite you to join me at Beyond Muscle. If you're a busy professional man striving to build muscle and achieve your dream physique, despite your busy, demanding work schedule and without the typical, strict bodybuilding lifestyle. If you are serious about progressing and getting into amazing shape, join me for the next 7 days. I can guarantee Beyond Muscle will be a game changer for you. The link will be in the description box below. Step 1. Your starting point. What I mean by this is take a look at your weekly work schedule. Firstly, do you always have the same weekly schedule? Do you always work the standard 9 to 5, or does that change into, say, 12 to 8? Do you some days work from home? Does your schedule change each week? If it does, that means you need to replan your schedule for each week. So take a look and lay out your weekly work schedule in front of you. Now, before we move on to the next step, first, let's address the number one barrier that comes with working a full-time job: lack of time. For me, I believe that for most people, not everyone, because I do know some people doing ridiculous hours. For me, the lack of time barrier is actually a smokescreen, for it's not a priority. Their physique goals are actually not that important to them. Now, this can be a whole other video on its own, but the bottom line is, if you are ever going to be in great shape, not just decent shape, but in great shape, and achieve the ideal physique you have in your mind, this fitness lifestyle, or at least some aspects of it, will have to be quite high on your priorities list. Meaning, now that you have your work schedule laid out in front of you, aside from any, of course, family related stuff, you have to jot down and prioritize your fitness related tasks, including your sleep, over watching the latest Netflix series, the reality shows, watching movies, scrolling on social media, or going to the pub after work. You have to prioritize and put down the fitness related tasks first. Now that I've got that out of the way, let's move on to step number 2, which is planning. Now, it's important to be realistic as you are jotting down the crucial tasks into your schedule. Let's start with the training aspect. Ask yourself realistically, when and how many times a week does your schedule allow you to go to the gym, and how long can you stay there? For this exact subject, figuring out your training program, I do have a specific video, which I'll leave the link to in the description box below. In short, be realistic. Start with a number of sessions a week, which you know you can keep up with, and put them down into your diary at a time which you know you can commit to. If you know for a fact that you are not a morning person, then don't go and plan a 6 AM training session, because you know that's not going to happen. Another common mistake is planning to go to the gym after you get home from work. That's usually a tricky situation because leaving the comfort of your home to get up and go to the gym and train hard can be quite challenging. If you go home from work and you sit down and you get some food and you put the TV on, it's probably game over. So don't allow yourself to be in situations like this. Once you have planned your training and logged in your workouts in your diary for the week, it's time to move on to nutrition. Again, it's important to be realistic. Look at your schedule and see when you can have your meals and snacks throughout the day, and plan your nutrition appropriately so that it's suitable and sustainable for you. If you know you can't eat much in the morning, then don't go and download a random meal plan which calls for a 6-egg omelette for breakfast. It's just not going to work. Step 3. Preparation. I think most guys would agree that going to the gym, training, lifting, getting a pump on, that's the fun stuff. It's challenging, but it's fun. Preparing your meals and adhering to the ideal nutrition for you and your goals is the tricky part. So depending on your schedule, you want to allocate time to cook and prepare your meals and snacks. From what I hear from my clients, offices are full of the naughty stuff, the cakes, the biscuits. So if you're going in unprepared, you are making it a lot easier for yourself to consume excessive calories without the nutrients we need. This can especially hurt you if you have fat loss goals and have calorie limits to stay within. By being prepared, you can dodge these curveballs thrown at you. I would just like to add that for this meal preparation aspect, if you are someone who just doesn't have the time, or for whatever reason you don't want to or can't cook and prepare your own meals and you're eating out a lot, unless you have some good food places nearby, I would recommend considering these meal prep services if you have any available in your location, as they could be more nutritious, convenient, and potentially even cheaper than eating out. And finally, step number 4, lifestyle adjustments. If my 9-to-5 job was an office job where I'm sitting down all day, I would have to put together a plan to counter the prolonged sitting and the inactivity, as this will go against my progress towards my physique goals. Again, I do have a video on this specific subject, which I'll leave the link to in the description box below. That's going to be it for the video. I hope it was useful and I hope it gave you some ideas. If you have any questions, you can let me know in the comments below, or you can get in touch via Instagram. Thank you for watching. See you soon.